Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation Death Penalty by Ariana Arreguin, Susana Hernandez, Valerie Gonzales, and Emily Garcia. In regards to education, it is shown that throughout the 7 levels of education, the article establishes those with more advanced degrees tend to lean in favor of the death penalty as well. People who are also in favor of the death penalty are those who are Caucasian, while colored people, those who do not identify as Caucasian, are not in favor of death penalty, including women are deemed to not be in favor of the death penalty as men are more inclined towards it. Race is an important predictor of death penalty support. Several variables are included in the analysis to control for the effects they may have on the likelihood of belonging to the pro-life, pro-death penalty category. The control variables used here are respondent to age, socioeconomic status, education, race, sex, region of residence, political ideology, and support for gun control. The fact that death penalty can be justified in terms of punishment philosophy does not mean that it can be justified all things considered. There are many things, torture may be one of them, that might fulfill the purposes of punishment but might not be permissible on other moral and legal grounds. It is not easy, however, to show exactly how the death penalty might be unjustifiable in ways that lie outside of traditional theories of punishment. The first execution began in the 1600s. Back in the 1600s, the death penalty was viewed as a way to make those suffer in the terms of their crimes, thus the penalty being served for rape, rebellion, adultery, witchcraft, bestiality, capital crimes, blasphemy, and even man stealing. The death penalty now is being served to those who commit murder and the commission of a felony, multiple murders, and murder of a police officer, especially cruel or heinous murders. As spoken throughout the article, certain variables affect the opinion and action of the death penalty. Among these factors as stated above, for example, those of younger age are deemed to have a relatively favorable view due to the time they are giving to change their views and responsibilities. The socioeconomic status has an impact on the views of the death penalty. In this case, those who have abundant economic status tend to prefer the death penalty, unlike those who are rather unfortunate. Robert Johnson is a professor of justice law and criminology at an American university. He argues that a death sentence dehumanizes the condemned and severely constrains his or her options. He also recalls the essential respect due to another human being is to treat him or her as a human being with the right to live as a human. Executing someone is therefore incompatible with preserving his or her human dignity, since by any definition taking someone's life eliminates any control over one's environment and deprives the victim of that capacity for making choices regarding self-determination. This article speaks on its stance on the death penalty. However, it highlights that in order to justify the death penalty, it must be done in a manner that does not involve inhuman treatment. It goes into detail that throughout the penalty, it must be done in a respectful manner, and doing so would not cause the perpetrator's dignity. Though a good percentage of the individuals for the death penalty may disagree on this point, the article illustrates that the dignity of the perpetrators is all that he/she may have left. This may allow for the perpetrator to have a say as their death is not determined by them but who had assigned it. The evolution of capital punishment in this country has been marked by at least 4 discernible trends. The first has been a dramatic reduction in the number and types of crimes punishable by death.
A judge in Miami today followed the jury's recommendation and sentenced Theodore Bundy to die in the electric chair for the murder of two co-eds. Bundy is the 136th person under death sentence in Florida. Ed Rabel reports.
Before pronouncing the sentence, Judge Edward Cowart let Bundy make a statement.
I'm not asking for mercy, for I find it somewhat absurd to ask for mercy for something I did not do. So I will be tortured for and will suffer for and receive the pain for that act. But I will not share the burden for the guilt.
In imposing sentence, Judge Cowart cited the savagery of the crimes and what he called the indifference of the defendant.
This court, independent of, but in agreement with, the advisory sentence rendered by the jury, does hereby impose the death penalty upon the defendant Theodore Robert Bundy.
Then, in an unexpected move, perhaps an afterthought, Cowart stunned the courtroom with some parting words for Bundy.
Take care of yourself, young man.
Thank you.
I say that to you sincerely. Take care of yourself. It's a tragedy for this court to see such a total waste, I think, of humanity that I've experienced in this court. You're a bright young man. You made a good lawyer. I'd love to have you practice in front of me, but you went another way, partner.
Bundy says he'll appeal. Meanwhile, he has been ordered to the state prison to await setting of the date of his execution in the electric chair. Ed Rabel, CBS